Well, just quick on last week. You just keep showing everyone up, don't you, and proving everyone wrong.
It's a good point. Yeah, no one really has given us much of a chance, or they haven't been giving us much of a chance the last couple of months. I can count numerous games where no one gave us a chance, and yeah, we just keep coming up with victories and just keep working for each other really hard, and those are the results that we get. And I know that we probably got Saints off the back of a tough Challenge Cup semi-final, but you've got to take those opportunities. You know, they definitely had enough opportunities to win the game the other night, and fortunately enough, our defence held out and we were able to get the win. I don't think we played anywhere near as good as we could have played that night, but a win's a win, and we definitely need them at the moment.
How much are you looking at the league table week on week?
Oh mate, to be honest, it's hard not to. Knowing that we're probably relying on other results as well at certain points of the year. I know Warrington and Cass play this weekend against each other, so hopefully if we do a job on Friday night, that'll bring us 2 points closer to at least one of those teams. But obviously our for and against isn't the best throughout the year, so it's a bit of a touch and go situation when it comes to that sort of stuff. But mate, all we can do is just week by week is win games, and if we're not winning games, then we're probably not giving ourselves a chance. So all we can do is focus on what we can do, and that's just winning games and putting the best foot forward.
Have you shocked yourself by how good a position you're actually in, though, considering where you were a couple of months ago?
To be honest, yes, but I always knew that if we got a full strength side on the park, that we were going to be pretty dangerous. Depending, or didn't matter who we played. Getting those boys back, Leroy, Jermaine when he came back. Dale Ferguson's been outstanding since he's been back, and just getting fitter. I think as a group we probably lacked a bit of fitness throughout that time, you know, with the World Cup and you know, guys lacking pre-season time. But you know, we got to a stage in the year where we really needed to sit down and reevaluate where we were and what we wanted to do and where we wanted to be as a team, and we stuck by that as a team, what we wanted to do and where we wanted to be. And to credit to the coaching staff for diligently putting us in a program that they thought we needed at the time to get where we needed to get to. And the playing group has got there eventually, and it doesn't happen without the playing group.
How difficult is this game coming on?
Mate, it's a difficult one. I mean, I probably know Hull a little bit better than most, but I know that when the backs are against the wall, they're a team that can come out and blow teams off the park if they're given the opportunity to do that. We spoke about that today. We've got to respect the opposition, and we've got to continue to respect these guys. Wakefield next week. Doesn't matter what happened 4 weeks ago or 5 weeks ago, or the form that other teams are in. It's the Super 8s, and at the moment anyone can pick off anyone. You're not in the top 8 for nothing. So we've got to be really respectful of the opposition on Friday night and make sure that we just complete our game plan to the best of our ability, and hopefully that gives us the 2 points at the end of the night.
Have you been exchanging text messages with a few of your old teammates this week?
Not yet. I will at some point this week. I will, but no, I haven't spoken to anyone yet. To be fair, it's been a big couple of weeks just getting ourselves in the right position to where we are now. As I've said, it's probably, you know, shocked me a little bit, to be fair, how much we really have focused on ourselves. I haven't really worried about the opposition or who we're up against. I think it's been solely about us as a unit. But I'll definitely throw some banner out there this week and see what I can get back.
On the field, who will you be exchanging verbals with, do you think?
Oh, I don't mind having a bit of a verbal with Denny Houghton. He's a very good mate of mine, and we know what a quality player Denny is, but he's a very hard man to get under his skin. So I think I might just, you know, give him a little cuddle here and there and see how he reacts to that.
On another note, Simon told us last week about the forfeit for the last person into the celebrations. How many £10 notes have you had to pass on so far?
Just the one, and it was last week, unfortunately. I shouldn't have to really put in anything, considering how much I run throughout the game. But I have a £10 fine to give up next, or whenever that is. I don't know if they can get it off me, then I'll give it to them, but we'll see about that.
I can tell you're not all too happy about that then.
I don't think anyone's really too happy about it. I think £10 when it adds up is, I think Jermaine McGilvray has about 60. You think he'd be wanting to get there, he's the tightest man on the earth, and you think he'd want to get there first, but they add up over time, mate, don't worry about
that. Has the squad spoken about the form that you're in now? And you mentioned about the start of the season and maybe being undercooked right at the outset, but wherever you get to this season, carrying it through to next season, because if you start as you've finished, then you're surely going to be in a really, really good position.
I think with some of the coaching staff that we've had brought in, obviously Simon's brought in his own spin on things, and he's a pretty tough coach. He expects a lot out of his players, and I think that in itself will bring a lot out in the group. Mark Andrews is another Aussie we've brought on board who does a lot of our defensive stuff and works close with the conditioning staff on getting us fit and ready to go. And from all notes that I've heard, we're going to have a pretty big pre-season, and I think that's probably the best thing for us. I think we need something big like that just to get us in the frame of mind to continue on what we're doing now. As I said to my journalists upstairs before, I think it's, this is no fluke to what we've accomplished this year. Obviously it's a slow start. We've had to do a lot of work to catch up to where we are now, but this is a lot of hard training, a lot of hard days when we didn't have to be in, but we were in. A lot of boys doing extra stuff on their days off. It's a culmination of a lot of things that have got us in this position, and it's a buy-in from everyone in the squad that wants to be better and wants to be a better player every week. And we've got competition for spots now, so everyone's got to make sure that they're on their toes every week and playing well. Otherwise, there's a chance you could miss out. So it's a collective from the coaching staff and the players to make sure that we're the best we can be every week, and hopefully we can take that forward into next year as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know obviously everyone else will be looking to improve as well, but how much do you think this team could achieve playing as it is?
Oh, mate, I look at the squad, and I think we've got Suya who's come in, Matangi. We've got Seb to come back next year. He's obviously not going to be fit for the rest of the year. You've got Ollie Roberts doing a full pre-season. Dale Ferguson's going to do a full pre-season. We've got some signings that are on the way potentially. I think we've got some spots there up for the coaching staff to sort out who they want. I've heard rumours of Aku Uwate. I don't know if that's actually over the line or not, but if those guys come in, that's just adding to what we've got now. And if you think about the squad we're going to have, what we had now to what we have next year, if this is the case, we've up there with one of the best squads in the competition. So, but in saying that, a squad is built up of a lot of people, and that's the young guys coming through as well who are doing really well and pushing for first team spots. Matty English has been outstanding this year, and he's going to continue to grow as a player. And those young guys that we're giving a chance this year are going to be better for their opportunities that they've had.